Hello everyone and welcome, my name's Ali. Thank you so much for tuning in for another best class setup video. If you've missed any of the other best class setup videos, check out the playlist in the description below. Or if you want to see specifically any weapon within the next episode, again check out the playlist, see what I've covered already, and then leave a comment and I'll try and cover it next for you guys. But within this episode, we're going to be covering the new Maverick DLC weapon. It has both an assault rifle and a sniper rifle part to it. We're going to be covering the assault rifle version because that's the one I've been testing out, trying out different setups for you guys, and if you want to see the sniper rifle version, I'll cover that in the near future as well. Now, very quickly before we actually jump into the setup, this DLC isn't currently out on PlayStation or PC. It'll be out in about a month's time, but a lot of you guys have been tweeting me telling me that if you go into a private match on PlayStation or PC and play against bots, the bots will sometimes be using the Maverick weapon already, so you can actually pick it up, give it a bit of a test run, and try it out for yourselves before the DLC fully launches on your platform. So just a cool little tip for you guys. I don't think that's been patched, and if it hasn't, then it's a very good way of you guys testing out the weapon before it's even out yet. But jumping into the actual setup, arguably the best part of this weapon is the iron sights. They are extremely clear, very, very accurate, and very easy to use at all ranges. The one downside is the fact this weapon does have a little bit of kick to it. So for the attachments, I've gone for, firstly, the foregrip. This is, of course, going to help your accuracy and help the kick of the weapon to lower it, make it even more accurate so that at longer ranges, you're not flying all over the place with your gun and you're being as accurate as possible. And I've actually partnered it with an attachment that a lot of people don't tend to use, and that's a flash suppressor. So when you shoot any weapon within Call of Duty Ghosts, especially an automatic weapon, there's actually flashes that go on around the center of your weapon's iron sights that will make it a little bit harder to know where you're shooting and to stay on target. If you use a flash suppressor, it will drastically reduce the flash that goes on around the iron sights and around your weapon when you're shooting an enemy, making it a lot easier to stay on target. So essentially what I've done here with the attachments is tried to make it as accurate and as easy to shoot at an enemy as possible. And what you're left with is a weapon that is very, very easy to aim at an enemy with, and very, very easy to take people down at all different ranges. So I think you're going to really like that. Now, in terms of the secondary, lethal and tactical, I've actually gone with a lethal this time. I've given it a Semtex because this weapon is very, very good at all ranges. Sometimes you'll end up hitting people, but because it's got a slow rate of fire, they can sometimes get around corners or go and hide after you've shot a few bullets, and they're left very, very weak. So what I like to do with the Semtex is use it as a follow-up tactic, throw it around a corner, throw it at somebody that's a long distance away that you shot a few times that isn't fully dead, and it can often finish them off. So it is actually very, very useful when partnered with this weapon. Now with the perks, I've gone with actually only 4 perks. I've gone with the 2 expensive perks, both Quick Draw and Stalker. Because it's an assault rifle, it takes a while to actually zoom down sights and actually to bring up the weapon sights fully. And of course, you're very slow once you're aiming down sights, but partnering with both of these perks will mean that you're very, very versatile in terms of movement, and you can get around the map very, very easily. With our final perk points, we have spent them on fully loaded and focus. Focus is just adding to that ability to be as accurate as possible. If you're being shot at, it's going to keep the kick down to a minimum, meaning you can stay on target and kill those enemies. And fully loaded just means you're going to start off the game with a load of ammo. I know a lot of people like Scavenger. If you prefer Scavenger, feel free to use that, but personally I like to know in my head that once I'm starting a game, I'm not worrying about getting ammo straight away. I know that I'm going to be starting off the match with a load of bullets to spare to shoot down the enemies. Now, because of the fact that we spent 3 points on both Stalker and 3 points on Quick Draw, it means we don't have a great selection of perks, but these are 4 very, very useful perks, and I feel that it makes this weapon very, very well rounded. It basically gets rid of a lot of the negatives that this weapon has, i.e. being slow when you're aiming down sight, and a slow time to aim down sight, so you're covering a lot of its weaknesses, and at the same time with the weapon's attachments, you're playing also to its advantage. Now, in terms of the actual streets that I'm using here, I have gone with the assault package. As you can see on screen here, I'm wrecking kids with the Helo pilots, but I've started off with the dog at 5. It's an insanely good streak. It's basically a streak that helps you watch your back, helps you know if enemies are nearby. I find a lot of the time that if somebody is sneaking up behind me and I have no idea they're there, my dog or wolf, if you're using the wolf DLC package, will start growling, and it will let me know that an enemy's nearby. It can take people out if they're suddenly appearing around the corner. I don't even know they're there. So very, very useful. And then for the final 2 streaks, I've gone for the battle hind, which I pretty much use all the time on all of my classes because you don't have to control it. It's just up in the sky, making the enemies a little bit wary and taking them out for you. And then finally, the helo pilot is the big streak, which you can then get pretty much most of the time, as long as you're staying alive after you got your battle hind, and is very, very effective. But there we go, guys. That has rounded off my class setup for the Maverick Assault Rifle. Go and give it a go yourself, and give a video a thumbs up if you have enjoyed it. Let me know what you think of this class. Let me know of any scores you get with this class. Once you give it a go, I'm sure you're going to do extremely, extremely well. If you've missed any of my videos on screen, make sure you're checking them out, including a live commentary where I get Michael Myers on one of the brand new DLC maps, and also a new Minecraft video over on my second channel where I'm playing a mod which merges both Pokemon and Minecraft, which sounds crazy, but it's very, very cool. So cheers for watching, guys. Hope you've enjoyed, and I'll see you on another video.